Welcome to the Social Engineer Podcast, the SE Etc. series. This is episode 272. I'm Chris Hadnagy, CEO and founder of Social-Engineer LLC, the Innocent Lives Foundation, and the Institute for Social Engineering. And this podcast has been around since way back in 2009, if you can believe that. I cannot. Anyhow, like every episode, this is sponsored by the company Social Engineer, and I want to talk to you about something really serious. You know, the FTC has reported that there's been a 500% increase in phishing just in the last 12 months. And that's just reported phishing. This is voice phishing. We're not talking about email phishing right now. You know, those phone calls that we're getting in our companies trying to get wire transfers or passwords or other details, 500% increase. And a lot of science and research. And this is not just our company, me saying this. You can look this up. It's a lot of research been done into the effectiveness of CBTs. It's computer-based training. And you know what they found? Not effective at all. Most of us are zoning out. We don't want to spend 20, 30 minutes. We're in the age of TikTok. Or give me something that takes 30, 90, 60 seconds, something like that. I'll consume that. But 20 minutes, I got to watch this cartoon guy talk about phishing wearing a black mask or whatever. Nah, I'm not doing it. And it's not having an effective change. It's not encouraging users to report and to catch these bad phishing calls. So what can we do? Well, I know there's some other solutions out there. We're going to talk to you about Social Engineer solution. We created something that's unique in the world. It's called IVES, the Instant Phishing Education System. And you patch that together with our human-to-human calls that we do to audit your people. And what we have found is it significantly increases the rate at people reporting phishing to your SOC and decreases the amount of times that people are falling for actual real phishing calls from threat actors. This has been proven for years now. We are doing about 2,500 calls a month at a minimum to clients across the U.S. and across the globe, really, to help combat this threat. If you want to find out more, just hit social-engineer.com up, go to the phishing section, download our white papers, our case studies, take a look at what we have there, then set up a time to talk to Jason, me, someone else here about what this means and how we can help your company. This is a real threat, and it's getting bigger. And now with all the breaches we've seen in the cell phone companies, our phone numbers are out there, our employees' phone numbers are out there, and this is just going to increase. So we really need to start combating this. Despite all of the bad news there, let's talk about some good things. If you like the topic of social engineering, you should be in our Slack channel. The link is down below in the show notes. And if you don't find it there, just click me up on LinkedIn or another social media, and I'll be more than happy to get it to you. Got lots of people in there doing family-friendly legal chats about social engineering and all things involving. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, join us there. Also, I want to invite everyone to go to innocentlivesfoundation.org. So excited about our second annual gala. We're going to hold it in LA this year, September 21 at the Woodshed, which is the studio for the band, the Action Figures. You can look them up. Really cool guys. They just put a video out promoting it. We're really excited about it. It's coming up just a month or so away, month and a half. I don't know, just 5 weeks. I don't even know. We're getting there. It's around the corner. So if you want to join us and support the mission of finding people who abuse children and create child abuse material, and you want to hear about our mission and what we've done there, and you want to have a really fun time partying, then you can come out to the gala and support us. If you're a caregiver or a parent, you need some information on this topic, hit up the website. You can find a lot of information there. I'm really excited about what you'll be able to see there. And hopefully some of us, you'll be able to join us out in LA. And if you like the music in the podcast here, it is none other than the band Clutch. Go to clutchmerch.com, check them out. They're amazing. They're the best rock and roll band on the planet Earth. And really, they've been around 30 something years and they're still rocking it hard. So they're really great to see live. So I suggest you go do that. And I'm sure you've heard me say this before, but Neil helped me start the Innocent Lives Foundation just about 7 years ago. So there's a lot of love for them here at SECom and ILF. And last but not least, if you like this episode, give us a thumbs up, a like, a heart. Keep your comments coming in. We really do enjoy them. And especially any ideas you have for topics of the next shows. We look forward to that. Okay. As always, sometimes we got guests, sometimes we do some other things, but this month we're going to talk about some news. There's a lot going on in the SE world. So we need to kind of bring some awareness to some of these attacks like I just talked about. Well, on bleepingcomputer.com, there was a story about Keytronic, and they reported a $17 million loss after one ransomware attack. So the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission basically stated that Keytronic was a victim to a huge ransomware attack, and they've been around since I think what I'm reading here is 1969. So this just happened in May of 2024, so really recent, just a couple months ago, and it actually forced the company to shut down all their operations for 2 weeks. Now, the ransomware group that attacked them was Black Basta, and they've leaked the data that they stole from the company systems. And the ransomware group said they can exfiltrate a wide range of data during the breach, including human resources, finance, engineering, and all corporate files. They leaked screenshots of employees' passports and social security cards, customer presentations, and corporate documents. Due to the breach and the downtime, they lost about $17 million. Like I said, this is just unbelievable. And we can see the brutality of these ransomware groups. Just not enough just to steal and take your money and ruin them, but now they're ruining other people's lives by posting passports and all these other things like social security numbers. It's gonna effectively wipe individuals out, not just companies. Let's talk about the one that I know is on everyone's minds, the CrowdStrike. Now, this is huge. There was a global Windows outage due to CrowdStrike messing up an update. Now, that's bad enough, but you now know what's happening. Since July 19 of 2024, when that happened, there are now unprecedented amount of phishing attacks happening because of that CrowdStrike. Can you imagine the companies that have been affected are now getting emails? You need to update. You need to do this. You need to take this action. Here's some information about the outage. And of course, we're all thinking about it. A lot of the services that all of us use were affected. Flights, banks, hospitals, ATMs, telecom, 911 centers. All of these things were down and affected. So now what we have is phishing emails purporting to have help, advice, information about this outage. These two things are huge. Okay. So let's talk about what you can do, what we need to do when we see news stories like this. Well, first, and I've been saying this a ton lately, especially when we talk about deepfakes and AI, verify, verify, verify. You have to verify everything. You can't, if you can't verify, then don't trust it, right? Some people say, well, how can I verify that was Joe Biden's voice on that phone call? Because we talked about deepfake with President Biden. If you can't, and there's no way I could have verified it, then I'm not going to trust it. And like I was saying on that other episode, if you want to donate to that charity, or you want to donate to that presidential campaign, then go to a legitimate site and do it. Don't do it over a phone call or an email that you cannot verify. The authenticity of these emails that were going out due to the CrowdStrike event is wreaking havoc across the globe right now. Just avoid downloading unverified software. A lot of times, like these phishing emails are saying you need to download this script and this tool. This will help fix some of the problems that were caused. It sounds legitimate. It looks legitimate. They're even buying domains that look legitimate to accomplish these phishing attacks. But again, if you can't verify it, if your IT department, you can call them, you can ping them on your channel that you chat with and say, hey, was this email really you guys? Before you take any action. If you've already taken the action, verify that it was legitimate, because you don't want to be the guy or gal that was the reason the breach has occurred and Black Basta is in your network because you clicked the wrong thing, right? You don't want that. Check for official updates. So official updates will come from CrowdStrike.com or Microsoft.com. They're not going to come from illegitimate sites. You're not going to get your updates on TikTok or through an email from some weird domain. You're going to get those updates from your company or from the companies that are in charge of the issues that we are having. And I know this is hard to really do, but be cautious of links. You know, when people say don't click on bad links, I think that's stupid, right? Because what's a bad link? What does a bad link mean to you? It may be something different to you than it means to me. So I'm going to go back to unverified. If you can't verify that link is legitimate, then don't trust it. Really don't. If you get something that says, hey, I need you to log into your Microsoft account, don't click that link. Go to your browser, go to login.microsoft.com and log into your legitimate account. You don't need to use that link. Right? So even if it is legitimate, I still suggest don't click that link. Go to your browser and just log in. You can do it that way. If you're using a password manager, then even better. Most password managers, you can find that account in your password manager and click the little arrow that opens it for you and put your user credentials in, knowing that you are going to the safe site, not something that is unverified. Use your security software, right? You want to ensure that your system is up to date, that patches are applied, that anti-malware software is installed, your antivirus is updated. These things are important. I know people will say antivirus, it's a management tool, not a security tool. And I agree with that, right? Because it only fixes known viruses. It only stops known viruses. And O-Day, it's not going to stop. But you still have to have it. right? It's kind of like saying, well, will vitamins and healthy diet fix you from ever getting sick? No, but you want to take them because they're going to keep you from getting really sick. So it's just do the extra step, right? And that's going to be really important. And then as we close up, there's a couple other stories that I really wanted to bring out. This one, and I'm not picking on Apple users because I know we're always joking if you've been with me, but this is a really big problem with Apple right now. So Apple is about to release their 18.1 iOS, and it's been highly anticipated. They've been talking about it, but there have been a rash of beta testers who have come out and talked about something that they're calling Apple Intelligence. So Apple Intelligence, of course, is an AI built into the OS that is supposed to help stop phishing. And the way it works is it goes out and it reads your email and it determines if the email is important or not. And it puts it in the order of importance, telling you, hey, you got to get to this one. And it's supposedly going to be able to deter spam, phishing, and get rid of those emails so you don't fall on them. But here's what the beta testers have been reporting, that Apple Intelligence, an interesting name, is actually can't differentiate between phishing and legitimate emails. And the AI filters actually been marking scam emails as priority. And here's the issue, that all it's doing is reading text, and it disregards the address or other relevant signals that we would be able to determine a phishing email for. This is really a big problem, right? Because I don't know about you, but since ChatGPT came out, we see people using that to make perfect English emails. You can write things and it will be grammar and excellent. So if Apple Intelligence is only using grammar and spelling to determine if it's real, that's going to be a huge problem. Now, if you're an iPhone user, I'm telling you, please be aware. September of 2024, this iOS 18.1 is supposed to be coming out. And most like everyone, you're going to run and you're going to do the update. You're going to want to do it because of security patches and things like that. But if this bug is unaddressed by the launch date, then you need to be aware that Apple Intelligence is not going to help you fight phishing emails. So you're not going to want to trust the AI overlord in the Apple iOS to protect you from this threat. So as always, I encourage you to hit up social-engineer.com. Check out our managed services. I'm really excited about the Human Behavior Conference. If you're hearing this is, I think, the end of August. This is coming out. It's only like a month, 2 months away, just about 2 months away. And Joe Navarro, Dr. Abby, and myself are putting on a one-day conference all about human behavior, how to increase your ability to communicate and negotiate. And it's just going to be a wonderful, wonderful day over here in Orlando at the Rice Pavilion in October 31 or 30th. So imagine this, where it's cold and rainy and nasty everywhere else. You can come down here. It's going to be beautiful. We're going to enjoy our time together. There's only 175 seats total. I think we're down there. So you got to get in, and I can't expand it because it's at a pavilion that is not expandable. So once we're sold out, we're sold out. So I hope you get to come. It's only $249. So join us there, and we'll be more than happy to see you and spend that time with you. Go to humanbehaviorcon.com to check out more on that. Thank you for joining us this month. I hope these tips keep you and your people safe. You can spread them around to your family, friends, and your fellow employees. And next month, we'll be back talking about other social engineering topics. Until then, stay safe and see you.